You book a beautiful hotel in Vietnam. The room looks modern, the reviews look good, and the price seems reasonable. Then you arrive and discover that it is 40 minutes from almost everything you plan to see. Or you choose a hotel in the middle of the action and spend every night listening to traffic, music, and people outside your window. The wrong hotel room may be uncomfortable, but the wrong area can waste hours of your trip. Before you book, this is how to choose the right place to stay in Vietnam. Most first-time visitors compare hotels by price, photographs, and review scores. Those things matter. But location often affects your trip more than the room itself. A slightly smaller room in the right neighborhood may let you walk to breakfast, return easily during the hottest part of the day, and spend less time waiting for transport. A larger room in the wrong location may require a car every time you leave, and the words used in hotel listings can be misleading. Central does not always mean walkable. Near the beach does not mean you can see the beach. Quiet room does not guarantee a quiet street. And a hotel with an excellent map location may still have an entrance hidden inside an alley. This video will help you choose the right area, not a particular hotel, for Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang and Hoi An. Before opening a hotel booking application, decide what you expect to do each day. Do you want to walk to major attractions? Return to the room in the afternoon, spend every morning at the beach, eat near the hotel at night, join tours that collect passengers from central pickup points, or use the hotel only for sleeping between long day trips? The best area depends on the answers. A first-time visitor staying 3 nights usually benefits from convenience more than extra space. A traveler staying 3 weeks may care more about laundry, supermarkets, cafes, and a quieter residential environment. A family may prefer easier vehicle access, reliable elevators, and less nightlife noise. A solo traveler may value walkability and activity after dark, and someone with an early flight may prefer a practical final night location rather than the most scenic neighborhood. Do not begin by asking, "What is the best hotel?" Begin by asking, "What should be easy from this location?" Once that is clear, hotel selection becomes much simpler. Many accommodation listings describe themselves as central, but central can mean several different things. It may mean the property is inside the main administrative district. It may mean the hotel is a short drive from major attractions. Or it may simply mean the property is closer to the center than the outer parts of the city. None of those definitions guarantee that you can comfortably walk everywhere. Before booking, open the map and test the journeys you will actually make. Check the walking route, not only the straight line distance. Look for major roads, bridges, large intersections, and railway lines. Check the distance to a convenience store, breakfast option, and practical pickup point. Then test the route to 2 or 3 places you genuinely expect to visit. A hotel may be only 1 kilometer from an attraction, but the route may involve heat, narrow pavements, or a difficult crossing. Another hotel may be slightly farther away but offer a much easier walking route. Also, check travel time during the hours when you expect to move. A trip that looks quick late at night may take much longer during a busy part of the day. Choose convenience based on your real itinerary, not the word central. Every neighborhood has a sound pattern. In one area, the noise may come from traffic. In another, it may come from bars, restaurants, karaoke, construction, early morning markets, or hotel guests returning late. This does not automatically make the area bad. It means the area may suit one traveler better than another. When reading hotel reviews, do not only search for clean and comfortable, search for street noise, nightclub, construction, thin walls, quiet room, elevator, and room facing the street. A hotel near nightlife may be perfect if you plan to stay out late. It may be a poor choice if you wake easily or travel with young children. A room on a higher floor is not always quieter. The direction of the room can matter more than the height. A courtyard-facing room may be quieter than a high room facing a main road.
Yes, the
If
room
sleep
faces the
quality
street,
matters,
but it's
ask
very
the property
quiet inside.
directly. Does this
The
room
noise
face the
outside
street?
stops around
And carry
midnight.
earplugs. Location is not only about how quickly you can leave the hotel, it is also about whether you can rest when you return. Vietnamese cities contain many small alleys, mixed-use buildings, and narrow streets. A hotel may appear directly beside a main road on the map, while the actual entrance is behind another building or inside a lane. This may be charming during the day. It can become confusing when arriving at night with luggage. Before booking, examine guest photographs of the exterior. Look at the street view images when available. Read comments about vehicle access. and ask whether a taxi or ride-hailing car can stop directly outside. This matters most when you have large luggage, limited mobility, young children, a very early departure, or frequent pickups for tours and transport. A property inside an alley is not automatically inconvenient. The alley may be short, bright, and easy to navigate. But you should know what the arrival will look like before you get there. After checking in, save a photograph of the entrance, the local language address, and the most practical pickup point. The address brings you to the building, the entrance gets you inside. Hotel photographs usually focus on the room, but the building can affect your stay just as much. Check whether there is an elevator. Some small hotels and guest houses use narrow staircases, and the reception area may not be on the same level as the rooms. Check the room description carefully for the window. A photograph showing curtains does not always prove that the room has a usable exterior window. Look for words such as city view, exterior window, internal window, or no window. Confirm whether reception operates all night if you arrive late. Check whether the property stores luggage after checkout. Look for comments about hot water, drainage, air conditioning, and room key electricity. If you need to work, confirm that the desk is genuinely usable and that Wi-Fi reviews are recent. For longer stays, look for laundry access, storage space, and a supermarket nearby. Do not assume that every room in the same hotel has the same layout. The cheapest room category may be very different from the room shown first in the photo gallery. Read the name of the exact room you're booking. For many first-time visitors, the Old Quarter is the easiest introduction to Hanoi. It places you close to street food, shops, historic lanes, and the area around Hon Kiem Lake. It is also one of the most active parts of the city. That convenience comes with trade-offs. The streets can feel crowded. Vehicle access may be limited in the narrowest lanes. Rooms facing busy streets may be noisy, and walking with luggage can be uncomfortable. Choose the Old Quarter when your priority is atmosphere, food, and having many experiences close to the hotel. For slightly more breathing room, look around Hon Kiem Lake or toward the French Quarter side of central Hanoi. You can remain close to the historic center while avoiding some of the tightest streets. However, always test the exact location because one block can feel very different from the next. West Lake, or Tay Ho, offers a more spacious residential atmosphere with cafes and longer stay accommodation. It can suit travelers who prefer a slower environment or have already visited Hanoi before. But it is not the most convenient first base when your itinerary focuses heavily on the Old Quarter and central historical attractions. Badin can be practical for travelers interested in museums, monuments, and Hanoi's political and historical sites. It may feel quieter than the busiest tourist streets, but evening food and nightlife options can be less concentrated around some locations. For a short first visit, choose convenience near Hon Kiem. For a longer and slower stay, consider Tay Ho. And wherever you book, check the street, not only the district. Hanoi's Old Quarter sits beside Hon Kiem Lake and is widely presented by Vietnam's official tourism site as the focal point for many travelers. With its historic streets and dense street life experience, the same tourism sources also distinguish the larger West Lake area from Hanoi's historic core. For a first visit to Ho Chi Minh City, the Central District 1 area is the simplest starting point. Many well-known landmarks, shopping areas, restaurants, and nightlife options are concentrated there. It is convenient when you have limited time and want to reduce the number of transport decisions during your first days. But District 1 is not one uniform neighborhood. A hotel near major nightlife streets can feel completely different from one near the quieter central business and heritage areas. Check the exact block and recent noise reviews. The Ben Tan area can be convenient for markets, food, and central access. It can also feel busy and heavily visitor-oriented. The Nguyen Hue and Central Riverside area offers easy access to major central sites and evening activity. But accommodation prices may be higher. District 3 is a strong alternative for visitors who want to remain close to the center while experiencing more residential streets, local cafes, and everyday city life. It can feel less intensely tourist-oriented than the busiest parts of District 1 while still remaining practical for a short visit. However, you may use ride-hailing more often depending on the exact hotel. Areas farther from the center can offer larger rooms and quieter surroundings. They become more attractive for longer stays. But for a 2 or 3 night first visit, saving money on the room may create additional transport time every day. Ho Chi Minh City is large. Do not judge distance using the district name alone. Test the route from the hotel to the places you intend to visit at the times you intend to travel. District 1 contains many of Ho Chi Minh City's best known visitor sites, while Vietnam Tourism notes that District 3 also rivals District 1 for foot traffic and tourism activity. Da Nang presents a simple looking choice, the beach side or the city side, but the right answer depends on how you expect to spend the trip. The My Khe and Hoi An beach areas suit visitors who want to walk to the sea, exercise in the morning, and spend evenings near restaurants and cafes. The An Thuong area near My An is especially popular with travelers looking for an international cafe, dining, and beach-oriented atmosphere. Choose the beach side when the beach is part of your daily routine, not only something you plan to visit once. The trade-off is that some city center markets, museums, transport hubs, and local dining areas are across or west of the Han River. This is not a major journey, but it can require ride-hailing more often. The central Hai Chau side is practical for local markets, city attractions, the railway station, and urban dining. It can suit travelers using Da Nang as a base for day trips or continuing by train. However, you will not be able to step outside and immediately reach the beach. Do not choose based only on a sea view photograph. Check whether a major road, construction site, or another building stands between the property and the water. Also check whether your trip is really based in Da Nang. If most of your evenings will be in Hoi An, repeatedly traveling between the two may become inconvenient. For a beach-first trip, stay near My Khe or My An for city access and transport convenience. Consider the central Hai Chau side. My Khe lies approximately 3 to 5 kilometers from central Da Nang, while official city tourism sources describe the My An Thuong area as a lively coastal zone connected with cafes, restaurants, and beach-oriented international life. Hai Chau remains on the central city side west of the Han River. Hoi An gives travelers three different experiences: the ancient town, the countryside between town and the beach itself. Staying close to the ancient town makes it easy to explore early in the morning, return to your hotel during the day, and enjoy the lantern-lit streets after dark. It is convenient for a short first visit, but the closest streets can become busy, and vehicle access may be restricted or less practical in the historic core. A hotel just outside the busiest heritage streets can provide a useful balance. You remain within walking or short cycling distance while gaining easier vehicle access and potentially quieter nights. Cam Chau and nearby countryside areas can suit travelers who want rice field views, smaller properties, and a calmer atmosphere. A bicycle may make the location feel convenient during pleasant weather, but it becomes less convenient during heavy rain, strong heat, or late night returns. And Bang is the better choice when the beach is the main reason for the stay. It offers a slower coastal experience with restaurants and accommodation near the sea. But it is several kilometers from the ancient town, so every evening visit may require a bicycle, scooter, taxi, or ride-hailing trip. Do not book the beach expecting to walk casually into the ancient town, and do not book the ancient town expecting a beach holiday outside the door. For a first two-night cultural visit, stay near the ancient town. For a slower 4 or 5 night stay, consider the countryside. For a beach-centered break, choose An Bang. Official Vietnam tourism guidance describes Hoi An's ancient town as the historic center, Cam Cho as part of the quieter cycling countryside, and An Bang as the closest popular beach, roughly 7 kilometers or a short drive from the ancient town. Many travelers try to find one neighborhood that provides everything: beach, nightlife, history, quiet, local food, large rooms, easy airport access, and low prices. That perfect area usually does not exist. Instead, choose the compromise that matches your priorities. Choose a beachfront area when you expect to use the beach almost every day. Choose a historic center when your stay is short and walking access matters. Choose a quieter residential area when you stay longer, work remotely, or value sleep more than nightlife. Choose a transport convenient area before an early departure or when taking several day trips. And consider splitting the stay when two experiences matter equally. For example, a longer central Vietnam trip could include several nights in Da Nang and several nights in Hoi An. That is often more comfortable than forcing one hotel to serve two very different destinations. Changing hotels has a cost. Packing, checkout, and transport take time. But staying in the wrong area for an entire week also has a cost. Split the stay only when the change creates a meaningful improvement. For a first-time visitor with only 2 or 3 nights, prioritize a central, easy-to-navigate area. For a family, Look for vehicle access, elevators, larger room layouts, nearby food, and quieter nights. For a light sleeper, avoid rooms facing nightlife streets, busy intersections, or major construction for a solo traveler. Choose a neighborhood that remains active enough in the evening and offers simple transport access. For someone working remotely, look beyond the room photographs. Check recent Wi Fi comments, desk quality, cafes, laundry, and supermarket access. For a beach traveler, confirm the actual walking route to the sand. Near the beach may still require crossing a large road or walking several blocks. For travelers taking multiple day trips, check tour pickup zones and the time required to reach the station or meeting point. And for anyone arriving late, choose a property with clear access, reliable communication, and reception arrangements that match your arrival time. The right area is personal, but the questions used to choose it are universal. Before confirming a hotel, complete this checklist. Open the exact location on the map. Test the walking route to two important places. Check the route at the time you expect to travel. Look at photographs of the entrance. Confirm whether a car can stop outside. Search reviews for noise, construction, and room windows. Read the exact room category description. Check for an elevator. Confirm reception and late arrival arrangements. Check luggage storage. Look for a convenience store or supermarket. Confirm whether breakfast is nearby if it is not included. Check cancellation terms. And contact the property directly when an important detail remains unclear. After booking, save the local language address, the phone number, the map pin, a photograph of the entrance, and the easiest pickup point. Do not wait until the arrival car is already moving to understand where you are staying. A beautiful room can improve your trip, but a practical location changes every day of it. It determines how easily you find breakfast, how often you need transport, whether you can return during the heat, and whether you sleep comfortably at night. Before you book, zoom out from the room photographs and look at the neighborhood. That is where most of your trip will actually happen. Subscribe to Real Talk Vietnam for practical, honest, and step-by-step guidance for your first visit. This is Real Talk Vietnam. Know Vietnam before you go.